right now we have two vaccines that are authorized by the Food and Drug Administration. That's important. That's the Pfizer and the Moderna vaccines. Both of those are what we call mRNA vaccines or messenger RNA vaccines. And both of those work in really the exact same way. Now, what we have is hope for a third and maybe even more vaccine, but the Johnson and Johnson vaccine product is getting reviewed right now by the FDA. It's not been authorized yet. Now that does work a little bit differently. So that's what we call a viral vector vaccine. That type of vaccine uses harmless, let me emphasize harmless, adenovirus, just a type of virus, to transport the material, the genetic material for that outside area called the spike protein of the coronavirus. So it's, we're going to see vaccines that work a little bit differently, but still are safe and still are effective. Just a reminder, Pfizer and Moderna really almost identical in terms of efficacy as well as action. Around 95% symptomatic cases for Pfizer prevented, 94% for Moderna. I just want to flag for everybody as you start hearing different numbers for different vaccines and what does it mean, that we try to do apples to apples when we can. With the Johnson and Johnson vaccine, their outcome was a little bit different. So in that case, it wasn't symptomatic cases. We're talking about severe cases. And that product seems to prevent 85% of those severe cases. These are incredible numbers. Starting out looking at these vaccine developments, we were going to be really happy with anything with more than 50% efficacy. And so to be in this space talking about kind of 70s and 80s and 90s is very, very remarkable. Just one last point, Moderna and Pfizer, those both require 2 doses, something called a priming dose and a booster shot. 28 days between your shots for Moderna, 21 between them for Pfizer. But Johnson and Johnson vaccine requires only 1 dose. So the last important distinction potentially for some folks.